if we stay green. 25th place, Dale Jr. right behind Burton.
Lay out that throttle, and ease down into it, and then squeeze out next to that wall. Yeah.
Jimmy Spencer, two-time national modified champion of NASCAR, is our leader at 51 laps by 1.3 seconds. Ryan Newman is closing in. Jimmy Spencer still leading in Las Vegas. Coming March 12th, the cop thriller everyone's talking about and the critics are calling best new drama. The controversial new series, The Shield. Michael Chiklis and CCH Pounder on FX. Coming March 12th. Coming to pit road.
And he was, too. Had that baby sideways. Slideways.
Jimmy Johnson. Jeff Green has made a pit stop under the green flag here.
And Jimmy Johnson's definitely one of our first of our leaders to come to pit road. He was running 9th. Jeannie Zalasko.
Running 9th. He actually started 25th, so they are static in this pit. And actually, as I talked to Jimmy earlier this morning, he said this car is great, and that is what he continues to say. They really didn't want to do anything when they came in here except take some fuel and get the 4 tires. They were trying to decide on maybe an air pressure adjustment. That's what they'll go for because, again, Jimmy said when this car is alone and we're on a long run, it is running great, so don't mess with a good thing, and they're off.
All right, Terry Labonte's also made a pit stop. Darrell, we talked at the top of the show about how critical it is to get onto pit road very carefully here.
Well, these guys had a little practice in their happy hour, unlike yesterday. Watch this, but here's what you fight. It's sandy, it's dirty. It's what you call sliding it in there. He didn't just slide it in the box, he slid it in on the pit road.
And unlike a lot of racetracks where you're on the straightaway just a little bit before you come to pit road, you're dead in the middle of turn.
Yeah, there's a transition there, a little bit off the racetrack, down onto that flat. It's sandy, it's dirty, and if you're carrying too much speed, you're going to end up out in the grass. And I bet you, before we cycle through all these stops, somebody will be in the grass.
Here's our pole sitter, Todd Bodine. On pit road, he was a top 5 car, and now comes down to the Travis Carter crew. Checker Auto Parts just jumped on board that car this weekend after Todd won the pole with that unsponsored car. Dick?
Well, the crew that's going to go over the wall doesn't have any logos at all on their uniforms, just the manufacturer, Simpson. That's it, because this sponsor is a one-race sponsor. They are, in essence, auditioning for their jobs from here to the rest of the season, to the conclusion of year 2002. They've got to have a sponsor. Travis Carter, the owner of this team, said without it, they probably won't even be in Atlanta next weekend.
Jerry Nadeau in the 25 comes to pit road. He was running in the 9th position along with Ward Burton and Johnny Benson.
Casey Atwood in as well. These are green flag pit stops, and these are scheduled. And Kevin Harvick's in as well. Here's you're riding with Benson down pit road.
Stewart missed pit road. He didn't want to get in the grass.
And that was the best thing to do. If you're not going to make it, you need to get on and make another lap. It's Michael Waltrip, the 15 car. Got some problems there. A lot of smoke coming out of that car.
Boy, is that going to get that dreaded caution that we were all wondering about? He's down off the racetrack, so I think it's okay. Caution's out.
Ha! Come on, the leader. Well, darn it, he's up here 4.
Here comes our leader to the line. Here comes the leader to the line, and
he's unchallenged. No one trying to get back on the lead lap.
I don't think anybody was really in position to try.
Shauna Robinson was about 800 feet back.
Now, did the 20 car lose a lap and all that, or did he stay out long enough?
He stayed out quite long enough. I mean, he was just a little bit behind the leader.
A bad break for Tony Stewart, missing the entrance to pit road. Turns out to be a good break because if he'd made that pit stop and then the caution comes out, he might have been caught a lap down.
He's singing, I feel lucky. Oh, yeah.
Now, that's drawing to an inside straight.
I want to take him to the casino with me tonight.
He's living right.
There is the tire off Michael Waltrip's car that caused all that smoke and brought out this caution. Pace car has the field in tow, and now everyone who did not pit will pit.
But bad break for Michael Waltrip, but a bad break for 2 of the Hendrick cars that was running in the top 10. Jerry Nadeau in the 25, Jimmy Johnson in the 48. They will be a lap down, but they'll stay out this time, so they'll start in front of all the leaders that's on pit road right now.
Todd Bodine as well. He got caught up in that by coming down pit road, and I'm sure he had to come early. I'm down to you, Steve. What's happening?
UAW Sterling Marlin comes to the attention of his crew. They're going to drop the air pressure in both front tires and raise the track bar 1 round. Right side tires going on for Sterling. Greg Posey is the jackman today on the 40 car, replacing Rick Reeling. Left side tires are off. Let's go to Dick Berggren.
23-year-old Kurt Busch is in for his pit stop. No major chassis changes. The car is just a little bit loose going in. He grabs a bottle of water to that.
Leader Jimmy Spencer trying to end a long winless drought of now 240 starts since his last victory at Talladega. He said the car was a little bit tight, so they adjusted. They have trouble on the left rear. He's finally down and away, a lengthy stop. They adjusted with air pressure. Meanwhile, the 12 car of Ryan Newman, no adjustments. He was very happy with his car.
Spencer was too far to the left in his pit box. I think he had his crew pinned up against the wall over there. It looked to me like from the angle we were shooting there. Looked like he got over to the left a little too far and having trouble on the left side.
Long stop for Jeremy Mayfield. The first car off pit road, Kurt Busch.
But boy, the 5th car off pit road, a guy that was on pit road earlier, and he made up a lot of ground on the racetrack, and his guys did their job again. Jeff Gordon in that 24 car.
That's the thing about him. He passes a few of them on the track. They pass a whole lot of them in the pit.
Cars a lap down will pit this time by as they clean up the tire debris from Michael Waltrip. We're getting set for the restart, but let's look at Robbie Gordon as he was coming down pit road before the caution came out. We're under green here.
Okay, you see him dive on the pit road, so the car kind of jostled around a little bit as he came in there hot.
I want it down here, bud. Come out, Gil. He's coming, come on.
That's his
Still
crew
under
chief.
I see you.
Still under green here.
Go, 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 go. Take off, take off, take off, take off, take off. Keep going, keep going.
Well, he was on pit road to make his green flag stop. Tim Overby, his spotter, says caution's out. Gil Martin, the crew chief, heads up, say go, 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 go. There's another advantage to qualifying good. On Friday, you get to pit a good pit box down toward the exit of pit road. Just another one of the small advantages to having a good pit box down near the exit of pit road.
Another good thing about it was he was running up in the front, so he had a lot of cars back. You know, he came in early on this as far as the leader was concerned, so he had time to get back out of the pits before losing a lap.
And how about Tony Stewart? By missing his pit under green, now he's the 4th place car.
Lucky people everywhere. Green flag.
Las Vegas, baby. That's what it's all about.
3 cars in front of the leader are on the tail end of the lead lap.
Jimmy Spencer, big loser on the pit stops, came in first, went out 7th. Got a feeling he'll be wanting to get back up front pretty quickly.
One big gainer, Ricky Rudd, came in 20th, came out of the pits 13th.
How about Gordo? He came out 6th. So y'all passed, I'll pass a couple on the track, and y'all pass the rest of them in the pits. Oh, 3 wide off of that corner. Look at that. Folks, I don't know how that looks at home, but it looks close to me up here.
Everybody's got those 4 fresh tires bunched back up. A lot of them stayed on the lead lap. It's like, man, let's go after it again.
Second chance. Some of these guys reloaded, got a second chance.
Right now, Jimmy Johnson in the 48. Remember, he was one of the cars that pitted under green up there alongside Kurt Busch, wanting to get in front of Kurt Busch and hopefully get a caution flag come out, get back on the lead lap.
Several guys up front of the leaders here are all hoping that we might get a quick caution.
Ryan Newman on the high side now. This is a battle for the lead right here behind these cars. That's a lap down. He's going to use that lap car maybe as a pick. Maybe he's going to get used as a pick.
Young guns in Las Vegas. Ryan Newman.
Bold.
To the lead, and Kurt Busch second. Look at Jimmy Spencer, lost 6 spots on the pit exchange.
Pit stop over 2.5 seconds slower. The difference, you got to have a car driving good, but just look how much time he spent on pit road. This is the difference. 51.4 seconds versus 48.8 for Kurt Busch. Matt Yost.
Well, Larry, I know you and DW were wondering the reason for the length of Jimmy Spencer's pit stop. The reason was simple. Sean Haggerty had to pick up a lug that fell off the stud, put it back up on the stud, and then hit it with the air gun to Dick.
Well, Todd Bodine had a tough break as well. He had just pitted before that caution flag. Your early leader now running in 31st spot. He has got to get a caution flag in order to pick up. To Steve.
Well, Dick Dale Earnhardt Jr., one of 5 drivers eligible for that $1 million bonus. He said his car's a little tight in the middle of 1 and 2, a little free going into 3, and a little tight off 4. With all that said, he said this is the best this car has run all day. His problem is getting good grip with other cars around him. GD's Alaska.
Well, Cool Mill is not on the line for the 6 car of Mark Martin, but he is a sure bet at Vegas. The only driver actually to finish top 10 in all 4 races here. He came in complaining that his car needed more downforce. They took 1 round of bite out, an air pressure adjustment, got the 4 tires and fuel, and he's pleased with his car right now. And why shouldn't he be? He's up to 5th.
We got a battle for 2nd here. Tony Stewart, that 20. Kurt Busch on the outside, the 97.
Man.
They got Casey Atwood in the 7 car, 3 wide. Look at Tony Stewart get below that white line.
Boy,
Casey had the lift, and they streamed by him on both sides.
that's old short track move. You can get a lot more grip with 8 tires than you can 4. He was down there under them and coming, and good thing a hole opened up. If I'm Todd Bodine's spotter, I'm going to tell you, buddy, just hang on, because I think things are getting ready to pick up back here behind you.
Or Dave Blaney, he's trying to beat his way through there, and here comes Ward Burton as well. And there's Blaney, that yellow car, 77. He's been battling in the midst of these lap-down cars. And Darrell, when you're not used to running up front, where they're not used to seeing that car in your mirror, do you get a lot of respect?
No, you don't. You know, the first thing you do is start hollering, is that guy a lap down? Because that's what you expect. And then when you find out he isn't, then you have to deal with him.
And right now, he's got other problems. Sterling Mullen in the 40 car. This is a battle for 4th. Sterling just keeps marching toward the front. Started in 24th position. Now he takes the 4th position.
But, you know, a guy starts off like Blaney did. He was running up there in the top 10 really nicely, and all of a sudden they get a caution. Maybe they make a little adjustment on the car. But you got to have that tenacious attitude to stay after it all the time. He might say, well, I can run in the top 10 when I want to. Now I'm going to just kind of ride a while. You can't do that anymore. No. You got to stay after it every lap.
73 laps complete. These teams have a big investment in these cars like you do in your surround sound system.
Oh, man, you know what that means.
It means crank it up.
Right.
Newman, the leader, but 1.5 seconds behind him is this battle for 2nd place. Tony Stewart hugging that inside.
Still inside.
All but touched. Stewart to 2nd place. Matt?
Mike, the entrance to pit road at Las Vegas is very tricky. In fact, Ward Burton a few years ago even spun out as the leader entering pit road, but Tony Stewart didn't miss it. In fact, his crew chief, Greg Zipadelli, saw that a car was smoking. So when Tony started to make his entrance to pit road, he said, smoke, stay out, we may get a caution. He took evasive maneuvers and a good move by the 20 team early on.
So not a miscue, but a heads-up call. There's the gap. Stewart holding steady, losing a little bit of ground there to Ryan Newman.
Watch how quick he is through the center of the corner, right down on that white line. And that, when your car will handle down there, obviously it's the shortest way around.